Well, News 5 Investigates has learned several newly built townhomes in the Monument area are in danger of flooding after the developer closed up his business before that work was done.
A retaining wall was supposed to be built to control water flow and erosion, but Chief Investigative Reporter Eric Ross uncovered no one from the town enforced the site development plan that it approved.
That's correct, and these plans are meant to protect what perhaps is the largest investment most of us will make. Now, the majority of new homes built near a steep embankment back up to a retaining wall similar to what you see right here. However, when that retaining wall does not exist, the water has nowhere to go except straight toward your home.
There's nothing that's funneling any of the water flow off this hill, and so all of this water comes down and comes into the back of these two homes and pools.
Terry Cummings is the treasurer of the Meadow at Monument Lake Homeowners Association, which covers properties along Bell Lago View near Monument Lake Drive.
This is a average income neighborhood, I believe. These aren't huge million-dollar homes.
But he's dealing with a huge problem after the developer of Freedom Homes suddenly dissolved his business and disappeared.
We're left with deficiencies and incomplete work.
While the developer did build the homes he promised, he did not put in a retaining wall that's supposed to protect them.
That retaining wall would give us some drainage control as water comes off this hill. Now there's no control over that.
The end result, erosion and flooding, which you can clearly see in these pictures homeowners sent to us.
We have standing pools of water for your backyard.
He's concerned about homes flooding if a strong rainstorm rolls through this spring. Other homeowners like Connie Kreft aren't sure what to do.
Basically, I'm screwed, because who the hell's going to buy this house with that behind it?
News 5 Investigates reached out to Larry Manning, the town's planning director, to find out what went wrong. He told us he didn't have enough information to blame the owner of Freedom Homes for not installing the retaining wall. So we pointed him back to the site development plan the town of Monument approved. But in a surprising response, Manning asked us to provide him a copy of the plan his office should already have on file. He then responded by saying he was not employed with the town at the time the site plan was created. But News 5 Investigates discovered he was employed at the time the homes were built.
The town of Monument may be lax in their accountability, but the person who owns the job is responsible for the job.
And that person is Michael Curry. News 5 Investigates traced him to Sioux City, Iowa, where he apparently runs a successful computer networking and IT support company that was featured last year in the local newspaper. Curry did not respond to our requests for comment, but two of his attorneys did respond to tell us they had no comment.
We are living now in a substandard environment around the homes that we just purchased and put hard-earned money towards.
Looking back now, is there anything you would have done differently?
I may have delayed closing. I may have delayed closing.
The HOA says it will take more than $150,000 to build the retaining wall and fix subpar drainage work, and they are going after Curry in court now. Curry's attorneys have filed motions to dismiss the case, which a judge has denied. Both parties will be back in court in March, and we will, of course, let our viewers know what happens then.
Man, that is rough. And the housing market, we know, is so hot out here. What can people do to make sure that this doesn't happen to them?
Well, really, the only way to avoid this is to delay closing until all the construction in your neighborhood is complete. And just like we tell our viewers to do their research when it comes to checking out contractors, it never hurts to do your research on the home developer. There are reviews out there. You just have to vet them.
Man, never would have thought about that until this story. Thank you.
Good information, Eric. Thank you. And of course, if you have a problem or issue you'd like News 5 Investigates to check into, call our tip line 228-6275 or send an email to news5investigates@koaa.com.